After the devastation wreaked by the Islamic terrorists and insurgents on Iraq, over 38.4 million people of the country are fighting an invisible enemy. Now, the deadly coronavirus has infected thousands of people and is continuing to take lives. In the capital, Baghdad, hospitals have been reeling under immense pressure, and the virus threatens the country's future. But the pandemic does have a bit of a silver lining for Iraq. This report tells you more.
This is Ahmad Mohsin, a farmer from Iraq. He was struggling to make ends meet in his war-ravaged country. But the pandemic and the government's COVID-19 policy seems to have changed Mohsin's fate. In an attempt to contain the virus spread, Iraq has closed 32 border crossings, blocking goods coming in from Iran, Turkey, Syria, Jordan and Saudi Arabia since mid-March. This has helped Mohsin and farmers like him to sell their produce and the Iraqi Agriculture Department to drive a self-sustenance campaign for the country. But now with COVID-19 pandemic and unprecedented lockdowns, Iraq's farmers have some hope of selling their produce without any foreign competition.
Because of coronavirus, the authorities closed the borders and we've been able to benefit from our agricultural production. Our market is stable. We're growing grapes, melons, aubergines and all summer vegetables. And that is very good for us because of the closure of borders. And we ask the government to support the farmers.
Today, Mohsin walks past the village market with a smile. He has bulk produce and the 32-year-old farmer is able to sell most of the melons he grew. Farmers in Iraq feel that the authorities were reluctant to help them, but eventually allowed them to sell their produce as the country is on the brink of a food crisis. However, government in Iraq has always provided subsidy on water, fertilizer and agrarian equipments and has purchased particularly wheat, barley and lentils. Iraq's government has been accused of creating imbalance in the market by importing cheap food products from Iran and Turkey.
It is a challenge for the government relying on local production and pure Iraqi agriculture. It is also a challenge for Iraqi farmers, leading them to make an extra effort to provide food security for all segments of Iraqi society. With 28 products, we were self-sufficient and their import was totally prohibited.
Due to the coronavirus pandemic, the government has imposed tariffs on 28 food products and has also placed an import ban on 25 fruits. Today, those moves have helped Iraq become self-sufficient in at least 28 products, and egg production has significantly increased from 11 to 17 million in a month.
Closing the borders has caused overstock of our agricultural production, both during the summer and other seasons. But this year, as our borders were closed because of the coronavirus outbreak, we discovered that our summer crops are able to meet the needs of the province's population.
Today, the coronavirus pandemic has infected more than 79,000 people and has killed over 3,200 people in Iraq. But the global health emergency has alerted Iraq to new possibilities and forced it to consider certain policy changes which have surprisingly also helped the domestic economy stay afloat. Bureau Report, WION, World is One.